believe that peace is possible between humans, and the Olympics is a perfect example. At the Olympics, the symbolism is that of peace, of people coming together to engage in sport in a friendly way. Each sport contest is like a mini war. It's like a miniature war between nations, and yet it is resolved in a friendly way. You know, everyone shakes hands after, there's kisses, no one is actually hurt, and yet it is a contest between countries for at least temporary dominance. And so in this way, when you have countries who are engaging in sport together in an organized, peaceful way, and getting to know each other in the Olympic Village, it reduces the tensions among the countries in real life, because they have this ritual, they have this symbol where people come together.
I think that Olympic Games, it helps people to express the best of the human beings and to come back to their roots. So it's really natural emotion, like they cry, they love, they scream and everything.
There are rules and there's justice. So you see every Olympics that there's a conflict if there's doping, you know, where people take drugs, or recently with the South Koreans and the Chinese, they through the matches, each team played very poorly against each other because they were trying to restructure the rules so that they would benefit their countrymen and countrywomen. So they were all kicked out. They were all, even though some of them would have gotten medals, they were all kicked out, and that's because the universal call for justice. So another example, this is the first Olympics that actually has women from every country participating, which was a big fight. This has been a fight that's gone on. And so from Saudi Arabia, they had to walk behind the men, which was not so great. But another country that hadn't sent female athletes before, they put their female athlete up front, and she carried the flag. So I think in this way it also encourages balance, not just among countries, but within countries as well.
You are speaking exactly about what told Lao Tzu. He was speaking about the individual make one. The community makes a totality. And he speaks about that, about love, about harmonized people.
Yeah.
C'est l'image qu'on veut donner des Jeux olympiques, c'est l'image qu'on reçoit, cette paix énorme, cet amour entre les peuples. Mais qu'est-ce qui se passe au fond de chacun d'entre les combattants? Qu'est-ce qui se passe? Est-ce qu'ils n'ont pas envie de tuer l'adversaire? Est-ce qu'il y a vraiment de la paix au fond d'eux? Ou est-ce qu'il y a quelque chose qui se passe en dessous? Est-ce que la paix est possible vraiment? Ou est-ce que c'est à la télévision qu'on montre cette paix énorme? Je ne sais pas.
I think when you are a real competitor, you have to accept your defeat. But what I wanted to ask you is, real competitors have the fighting spirit, but they also know that they have to accept their own defeat when it happens. But if we take the topic of the global peace, from the peace between humans, I believe maybe there's a specific kind of human who plays sport and who can be so loyal, so just. Does every human being have this? Is every human being so noble? Isn't, for example, aren't politicians more greedy or more looking for power, and therefore with less scruple?
No, that's a good question, Stephanie. I think that we each have the devil and the angel inside us. And you see that even in sport. You see vicious competition. Even among, in America, you have Lochte versus Phelps. These are two Americans who really are fighting to be the best each. And it hasn't always been very friendly, right? And you see with the South Koreans and the Chinese, badminton players. That's not very, that was not good behavior. They were cheating. We see cheating all the time. So, and I know politicians who, yes, who have no scruples, but others who originally became politicians because they wanted to help. They wanted to help people. So I think it is, the reason sports resonates, even with those of us who never play football, never play tennis, or can't swim, because it shows human character. And that image of people struggling with themselves, with the good side of themselves, with the bad side of themselves that wants to cheat, that wants to be the best no matter what. That is the human struggle that we all face.
J'ai une question à poser. On a permis que des femmes portent le voile dans certains sports pour permettre aux femmes musulmanes de participer aux Jeux Olympiques. Qu'est-ce que tu en penses?
Well, they use the headscarf.
Yes.
The headscarf.
Yeah.
But there was a lot of conflict. Would she be able to wear a headscarf and still compete in the Olympics? And the authorities went back and forth. And this is other people online have said, well, should she or shouldn't she? I thought, if it's important to her and they can make it small enough that it doesn't interfere with her practice, it doesn't hold her back, of course she should wear a headscarf. It's fine. But other people think differently. What do you think?
Oh, I find it a very difficult topic because I see both sides.
Yeah.
On the one side, you can say if she couldn't wear the scarf, she wouldn't have come. So it would have been a discrimination again against women.
Yes.
So it's a good thing to have said yes to say.
I agree. Yeah.
But on the other side, you say yes. But if you allow this to happen, it's maybe you will do it in every sport. It's the risk. So my opinion is, as long as as the woman doesn't see it as as a discrimination or as an alienation of her, it's okay. And I find it very clever to allow women to participate, because I agree that sport is a window to the world, especially in the Olympics, because you meet a lot of people from every country, and eventually it will produce change. I don't know which one, but change is good.
Well, and to me, you see women who compete as hard as men, and they have men see that women have the same ambitions and the same desires and are willing to work as hard, and also have moving stories about how they've overcome, to triumph in the Olympics. And so I think it's good for women to compete, and that's why the Olympic authorities have been, pushing so hard, and why the world really has pushed. There's been outside activism as well, to push hard to make sure that women that no country can just send men to the Olympics. That's not allowed. But what do you think, Lina? What do you think that she should have been?
Je suis partagée.
Yeah.
Je suis partagée parce que, comme elle dit, d'un côté c'est bien, d'un côté non. D'un côté non, le voile je refuse. Mais d'un autre côté, les femmes ne font pas de sport, elles sont interdites de sport dans certains pays musulmans. Et là, on a vu une coureuse qui avait le droit de courir, c'était un progrès. Mais d'un autre côté, je ne peux pas accepter le voile. Quelque part en moi, je ne peux pas accepter le voile. Mais il faut bien donner un petit peu... dire oui quand même.
But the fact to accept these women can do the competition, it makes the subject more on the place.
Oui.
Yeah.
It permits it.
It highlights the subject.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
And if you believe in this symbol of Olympics, you have to accept it.
Ouais. Je suis
After you have to use to fight for or against thinking of this scarf, but you have to accept it. It's a racism way of thinking,
and
yes.
plus it might be a good thing for the other girls in her country, because she's now a role model that little girls can follow, and then they can have hopes. They can think, oh, if she's doing it, so I can do it.
Yes.
Maybe not in the running. Like a runner, but maybe I can myself. If I want to study, maybe I can do it. If I have to wear the veil, okay, I will do it. But still, I will be able to study. I will be able to be someone else than I am now, or than my parents want me to become. So I think it's. But I'm an optimistic, so I think. Yes, there is a risk, but there is always a risk in human relationship, human development.
Yeah,
So-
I feel the same way. I mean, I think, it's not just physical, athleticism, and you're a dancer, so you know that it's also both men and women see their the representative of their country, and they see someone who, yes, is physically talented, but also courageous, intelligent. It takes a lot of intelligence to analyze what your competitors are doing. They see their personal strength, not just physical strength, but the personal strength to win, the spirit.
Yes.
So I think that this is so important, right, for young girls of all countries to see, to have pride, in both the men and the women of their country.
Yes, and what I think is, if the Olympics are to be a symbol of peace, of global peace, it has to accept differences, because peace between humans will be peace between very different humans, and you can't compel people to be just alike.
Yeah.
They never will. So I think it's a much stronger signal for the Olympics to accept people who are different.
I agree.
And this is humanity, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, this
Mais
is
la
humanity.
paix, moi je trouve que la paix, pour avoir la paix, il faut la liberté. Et les femmes ne sont pas libres par rapport aux hommes. Donc tant qu'il n'y aura pas cette guerre gagnée des femmes pour avoir leur liberté, la paix n'est pas possible. C'est un symbole magnifique, les Jeux Olympiques, mais c'est pas gagné encore.
Ah bah non,
C'est pas gagné, loin de là.
Oui.
La paix ne vient pas qu'après. Parce que si on fait la paix entre les peuples et les femmes sont pas libres, ça vaut rien.
But this woman freed herself.
Yeah.
Even if she wears the veil,
Yes.
she has to fight against
she has-
men, a lot of men in her country. Yes.
Yeah, it makes it a little bit easier, and it opens the door, again, to many other girls who will see themselves in her, to men who will be impressed,
Yes.
that she can do it even with the scarf, right? Because they will think, oh, she can't,
Yes.
how can a woman actually be competitive? It will show them that it can be, that no matter what restrictions
Yes.
they put on her, that she can still do it.
Yes,
She'll be fine.
it exposes the symbol of inferiority.
Yeah.
This scarf.
Yes.
It exposes
Yeah,
it.
it does. It explodes it,
Yeah.
yes.